In this video, I'm going to show you how you can run your own n8n agents locally. There's no code involved, it's 100% free, and this will take you less than 10 minutes to set up. And if you haven't seen any of my previous videos about how to set up n8n locally on your machine using something like Docker, take a look at the video that I posted the other day, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. There's also another video on how to install the n8n starter kit. That's all hosted locally on your own machine. So take a look at that before we get started. So as you can see, I'm running n8n locally on my machine here. I've got an AI agent set up, and what you might not be familiar with is this Ollama chat model. So to add this, all you need to do is go over to the nodes panel, do a search for Ollama, and you've got the Ollama chat model. And the way to set this up is you head over to ollama.com. So basically Ollama is just a repository of large language models. What's interesting about this is that you can download these and run these locally inside a Docker or a cloud environment, or however you want to do this, right? So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this with Docker. And they have a bunch of language models. So if you go over to models here, the most popular one by far is DeepSeek R1 because it's a thinking model. You can see it has 5.3 million pulls, which is kind of their term for downloading it locally. And if you go inside of here, you'll see the specifications for each of the models. So DeepSeek R1 latest is a 5.2 gigabyte file, and it's got all the context as well. And you've got all the other language models here. This one is 404 gigabytes, so you're going to need a massive setup to run something like this. It's going to be very resource hungry. You're going to need a lot of memory. So just factor that in before you download any of these. If you're not sure which language model is suitable for your setup, your hardware setup, then just go, copy this information into ChatGPT, followed by the specifications of your desktop or laptop, and just ask ChatGPT, is it compatible with my current setup? And it will tell you. As a rule of thumb, just go for the lowest file size. So if I was to install DeepSeek, I would just go for 1.1 gig. But because I'm on a Mac, I don't have much resources on this Air. It's optimized for speed, not storage. So the one that I installed was something called Llama. So let me just go over there. I'll show you why. Because the latest model here is only 638 megabytes. So it's a very, very small file. It's not that resource hungry. But bear in mind that something this small is not going to be the best in terms of output, right? It's not going to have the highest quality. So that's something that you need to take into consideration. I'm just showing you how to do this, but the process is the same for any language model. So the next thing you want to do is just click on copy here. And there's a couple of ways you can actually install this. The first way is through Docker. So if you open up Docker, you go inside of your containers here. I've got a couple of Ollama containers because I'm always testing things. So I'm going to go inside of Ollama. I'm going to go over to exec, and then you just type in Ollama pull, and then just paste it. And then you'll see that it's pulling the manifest, and then it will just download and install everything onto your machine. This is the first way. The second way is you can do the same thing on terminal here. So you could just go to terminal and just type in Ollama pull, and the same thing, and it will pull it through terminal here. So that's the way you basically want to install the application. So once it's done, you can see that it's pulled everything, all the packages over to my Docker. This is a very small file. As you can see here, it's only 638 megs. So that's why it took, like 30 seconds. It's verifying all the packages, it's writing the manifest, and you can see that it's been successful. If you're going to run a large language model, that's a massive file size. This will obviously take a little bit longer. So if I go back into the n8n here, you can see that I can actually use it as a language model. So if I open up a chat window here, I can just ask it a question. So tell me a funny story, right? Because it is a language model, so now it's going to go into the AI agent. I haven't even put anything in the AI agent. I'm just directly talking to the Llama language model, and it's going to come back. And you're going to see that it's a little bit slow. It's probably going to take about a couple of minutes. So I'll just wait for that to run, and I'll come back to you. So it's successfully completed, as you can see here. And it's actually quite interesting because it says I don't have the ability to tell stories because, it's a very small language model, right? But I can make one up. So that's pretty good. So once upon a time, and then there's a bunch of text here for this made up story. I think you have the picture, but this took about 2 minutes. So yeah, performance is going to be a factor when you are looking at these language models. But by all means, test it. If you have a bigger rig, if you've got more hardware and you're running on a PC, then you can certainly try the bigger language models. And there's a bunch of these inside of Ollama that you can test. Certainly, definitely want to test DeepSeek R1. Qwen 3 is a great one. I've tested that. I've tested Llama as well, which is from Meta, Facebook. definitely worth testing that. That's open source as well, so you can test all of it. Mistral is a good one, that's from Europe. And just have a look at it. You can run all of these. And this is a 100% free setup because you're running n8n locally. You're through Docker or through any type of cloud system, which is obviously not free because you're going to pay for the cloud provider. But Docker is certainly free, and n8n is open source, so they're not going to charge you anything. And all of these language models are openly available for you to test locally on your machine. And if you like this video, consider signing up to the private AI community, where we have a bunch of different types of people who are looking to make money with AI. So I've got a bunch of resources here. There's a bunch of classrooms. I'll show you how to launch your AI agency in 16 days. That's if you want to build an agency and get paid for it, which is what I do in the daytime. And I've also got AI automations and blueprints. So these cover anything like how to find leads, how to find clients on LinkedIn, on Upwork, how you can email them, how to find, DMs, how to DM people on social media. There's all sorts of different automations here that I talk about on my YouTube channel, but also some of these are private inside this community and it's exclusive for my community members only. So what this will include is a tutorial on how to set it up, but also it's got the supporting documentation. So this one has a Google Sheet, it's got the installation files, it's got the JSON blueprint. So this is something that you can actually upload directly into your n8n account. You don't have to build it, and I've got all the associated files. So the link for that is in the description below. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it this far, smash the like button if you loved it. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications on, and I'll see you when the next video drops. Take care.